Hi, my name's Olivia Miseroy and I do exhibit work for museums and nature centers. I started out doing sculpture work, models and props for the film industry, and I was doing that for about 6 years. I did some museum work, but since then I've been working full-time for the county, so now part-time I do work making exhibits.
Wait, so what are those things?
This is the resin that I use to make the cast for the snake. It's a 2-part 50-50. I get it from a company called Smooth On, and it's basically 2 liquids you mix together and it becomes a solid through chemical reaction.
I'm going to start brushing some ends. Exciting. I'm making sure the resin gets into every little nook and cranny and scale on the snake, and the best way to do this without pressurizing it is to just work it in with my fingers wearing gloves, because this stuff is sticky.
And what's that stuff again?
It's urethane resin. It's 2 parts. You mix them together either by volume or weight, depends on the type. And you mix the 2 together and it's a heat reaction and it causes them to harden into plastic. 66.
So this is a mold of a rattlesnake. It was molded from a dead snake that I got from one of the parks I worked at that died in captivity. So what I do when I make these reptile replicas is I will take the snake, pose it, freeze it in that position, then pour silicone rubber over it. And this silicone is really great. It captures every detail, every scale, and then I cast them in resin. I'm just going to remove some of this excess on top, call it the flashing. Can be really sharp though, so you gotta be careful. Work it out. Now, you know, I was making models and art, and then I was also on this teaching at the nature center. So I wanted to combine it, educate people through my art. So that's why I really am into doing educational displays. 6 months ago, I started here at the Punchbowl. So I actually haven't been here that long, but I've been hiking here at the park for about 5 or 6 years.
Oh, cool.
This is actually a head from the mold I did, and so I thought, the rest of it didn't come out, so I thought, okay, I'll just have the head, and so I can actually hand this to people and they can hold it and see, wow, that is a big old triangle head compared to, you know, say a gopher snake, which I also have a gopher snake head that people can handle too. But yeah, you can see they kind of got these big scales over their eyes. The little heat sensing pits are right there. The head is very obviously triangle shaped. They got big old cheeks. So very different when you hold it in your hand and feel it compared to a non-venomous snake like a gopher snake or king snake.
So just tell me about what your process in terms of reference and...
Well, the best thing is to have lots of reference. So I took pictures of the snake at the Punchbowl. I have all these pictures of him at every angle, different patterns that are on his back. So it's really good to have reference, and I'm fortunate enough to have easy access to this particular animal I'm replicating. I already started with the base color in my resin casting, which is the gray, so that eliminates one whole step. Probably go over, they call it stippling, over the whole snake's body first. So gives it a little more texture. And the second layer, I think I'm gonna go over, do these dark areas, the big kind of, you know, diamonds on his back. Yeah, the wash is what, saying serious stuff, the wash is like really the last step that brings it together. because everything looks stark and plasticky. Then you wash down some paint and it just go over the whole thing, gets in all the cracks, dulls it all to one kind of smooth color, and that's what is like the best, my favorite part of painting, getting that wash in. You can kind of compare them to each other right next to each other. The animals interacting with their environment, illustrating something that people will learn from that's beneficial. And also, we're not allowed to take rattlesnakes outside of the park to like outreaches or other programs. So that's where models are really good, because we can bring them and not have to worry about it, and people can see them up close. I mean, it doesn't beat a live snake, but it's the next best thing.